It's Sunday, July 7th, and the title for today is The God Who Hears. I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. Exodus chapter 3, verse 7. 400 years is a long time to wait, especially when waiting in conditions of increasingly harsh slavery. God had promised that He would return to His people and bring them out of Egypt, but for generation after generation, they were left to rebuild the wealth and the prestige of their idolatrous oppressors, and all the while God seemed silent. Then God manifested Himself in a unique way. He appeared in a burning bush out in a remote desert to an unlikely ledger, a fugitive prince and humble shepherd named Moses. He gave the reluctant Moses a job to do, and the first part of that job was to go back to the Israelites in Egypt with the message that God had heard and seen their oppression, and yes, He did care. In fact, He was about to do something to change their situation dramatically. God had a plan for the Israelites, but God doesn't just stop there. Not only does He have a better plan for land, He does not intend for the people to escape from Egypt destitute. For hundreds of years, they had contributed to the wealth of the Egypt empire. God foresaw the initial resistance from Pharaoh, but He assured Moses that the Israelites would be compensated for their years of hard labor. And I will make the Egyptians favorably disposed towards His people, so that when you leave, you will not go empty-handed. Exodus 3:21. After their years of oppression, God took the opportunity to establish a new kind of society with these former slaves. He wanted them to live in a different way and to establish a society that would continue to be sustainable and viable. His plan was that this new kind of society would be a model for the surrounding nations, and like Abraham, that the blessings they would receive from God would also bless the whole world. The question today is, how important is it to you that God is a God who sees the suffering of peoples in the world and hears their cries for help? What does this tell you about God? Please consider Exodus 4:31 when you think about this. Thank you for watching today. God bless you, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.